So this is my main stack project, and basically what I learned is that MongoDB is the database, Express is the framework for Node.js, Angular is the client side, and Node.js is the server side that works in Express framework. So I'm going to fly through how I set it up just because of the time limit on this video. I can't get it to 5 minutes. So basically for installation, I started with Node.js, then I installed the Angular command line interface. This Word document is kind of how I keep track of everything while I'm doing my research. So it's just going to go walk through it again. I created a new project, and this is all front end. So I actually started with the front end section and I built the back end later. So once I built that entire project in the front end, I installed an IDE, Visual Studio Code, to open this project and work with it. In the Angular side, I basically wanted to make posts. So that's what the front end would show. I also installed Angular Material to add some designing elements. So I can add forms, header, toolbar, so on and forth. After that, I added the Node.js, which is set to run on localhost 3000, and then I added the Express framework to this, and then the Angular HTTP client. And this is, at this point, my first error popped up, which was the course error, which is basically because I have everything running on separate server and client, and they're running on two different local hosts, 3000 and 4200. They couldn't communicate. So I actually went into my backend file over here and created 3 different headers, and the code for that is right over here. And basically the purpose of this was to have it so the 2 servers can communicate with each other, and also I controlled which HTTP words are allowed to send the requests, which is right here. So get, post, patch, delete, and options. After this, basically what I had to do is, so I have 2 terminals running down here. The second one is the Node side, and the first one is the ng-serve side. So basically these are the 2 commands I have to use. One runs the Node.js, and then the other one will kind of run this app over here, which I already have some stuff in. So the next step was to download the MongoDB, which I basically went to MongoDB Atlas, and I downloaded this. I created a MongoDB user with admin rights, and I added the IP address, downloaded Mongoose so that I could interact with MongoDB through my Windows terminal, which is right over here. So basically, at this point, and the way that I hooked up my code to the MongoDB is also right here. So in my backend app.js file, and right over here, this URL I got from the Mongo Atlas DB website with my username and password for the admin side. So that way, everything is kind of connected. Over here now, what I can do is I can actually see my database. So if I type help, it gives me the list of commands. If I do show collections, it shows me that I have posts. Now on my form, I can basically add infinite amount of posts. And let me just quickly make one. This is more content. When I save this, now I have 2 posts. They're clickable and interactable. I can edit and delete. But if I want to go into my database, I do db post.find, and this will show me right here my 2 entries. If I go back here, I delete one. I go back here, and now bam. So we have now 1. If I delete this one as well, again, I can go here and I have nothing. So this is basically my main stack and how everything is connected.